Okay, in this segment we're going to talk about profile view styles. Who wants to talk about profile view styles? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, I'm going to talk about it anyway. Here's my profile view. That's my grid, okay? And I want to make some changes to it because I'm not liking how it's looking. So the grid, the profile view style, is the grid that your profile lays upon. And if you go into your settings tab under profile views, you'll have a whole bunch of different profile views listed there. On your profile on your screen, you can come into your profile, select it, right click and go into your profile view properties. It'll tell me I'm using the major grid style, and I can see that's listed over here on the in my settings tab. So I can edit it this way if I like. I can select the editor beside it. That'll bring me into my profile view style. If I like, I can also select it by right clicking in my prospector tab and going edit. That'll bring up that same box. Or I can, probably the fastest way is to select your profile off your screen, right click and go edit profile view style that way. So there's 3 different ways you can get to that box. Once you're in there, you can change the name. The graph determines the scale. So if I zoom out a bit here, you can see that if I go into my profile view style, into that graphs tab, I can change that vertical scale to a larger or a smaller scale to fit whatever my design is going to be. So pick one of those and notice that it's basically an exaggeration of horizontal versus your vertical scales. So you can change that up on your grid. Here you can add in clip the vertical portion if you want, clip the horizontal portion to kind of get rid of some of that extra space. If you want to add in a little bit more space above or below your profile, you can add in a little bit of a buffer distance here. Your title information is all listed here, so your title is along the top of your profile. That's this thing here, your title. Some other components on your grid are probably, you'll find yourself in the horizontal axis tab here. So here we've got a 20-meter interval. This is horizontally. So if I take a look on the bottom of my screen here, you'll notice that I'm stationed at every 20 meters. Okay, so I can come in here and make that change. Oops. Make a change to that profile view grid if I wanted it to be every 100 meters or maybe every 50. Okay, and then my minor interval can be 10 or whatever you want. There's the tick size, there's the text height, so that's the text. So remember, you've got top and a bottom here, so you want to make sure if you've got a grid going along the top that you change that as well, because you can have them independent of each other. Most of the time you're going to have just a grid along the bottom, so you can change that stuff up. In that section, the vertical axis represents your vertical component. That's your elevations along the side here. So if I come into my profile view style, maybe I want my interval to be every 5 meters. So I can select that and notice that my grid is greatly minimized, and you've got a left and a right side as well, so make sure that if you're changing things like maybe the text size of your labels on the right hand side or on the left hand side, you're going to do it for the other side as well. So you've got two applications there, so make sure you check those out, the left and right, and you can change all that information. And then on the display tab, this is where you can tell what you want to see. So for instance, if you don't want to show those minor axis ticks, you can turn that off as well, and it'll turn those little tick boxes off. But go through here, and each one is categorized based on the left axes, the right axes, the top axes, and the bottom axes. So and then there's the grid information. So if you don't want to see any major grid lines, you could turn those off and do whatever you like. So that's how you can edit the profile view style for any profile view on your screen. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye now.